I think if I was doing markets by myself, I probably could do it, but knowing what it's like to do it with someone else that's always looking out for you and then to do it by yourself, I don't know if I would still want to do it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So it is market season, and we actually have a market coming up this Sunday. And I am actually getting ready to start assessing what additional supplies I need to pack in my backpack and all of that. So I wanted to do a quick, let me show you what's in my bag. All of the supplies that we take to markets. I'm in my storage closet right now. So I think this video, I actually will not only show you what's in my bag, but talk a little bit about our packing process for taking things to market, which is pretty labor intensive. So my husband is very, very, I don't want to say anal, but he is very, I will say he is very intentional, even though intentional is not the word that I want to use, but he's very intentional and subjective when it comes to organizing all of the things that we need to take for our market setup. And it looks like a lot, and it is, right? Because we are taking product, we are taking the actual structure of our booth, which is like the tent and the weights and the tables and the chairs. We're taking all of those things, and then we're taking kind of all of the decorative elements to build out the booth. So all of the decor pieces, our table coverings, signage, all of that stuff. And then there's, all of our products and the product display pieces. And then all of the personal items, right? Like there are the fans that we use for like my checkout station, and then the fans that I just need because I need to be climate controlled. And then there is whatever is in my bag, the toiletry items, like first aid items, and then like snacks and food throughout the day. So like there are layers to all of these things that we're packing for a market. And then this is a good opportunity for me to let you guys know that if you scan the QR code, it will take you to my Market Pro page where you can sign up for my newsletter, which I think I need to be. I'm also planning to send a newsletter out this week. But if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll also get my checklist. And my checklist has like all of the things that I focus on making sure that we have together before we actually get started on a market. So let me show you what's in here. Oops. And so in my storage closet is decor for kind of all seasons, decorative pieces that we use in our home for the holidays, and then our market stuff. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3 bins. This bag here, this garment bag holds all of our, it holds all of the side walls to our booth. And then this is my bag that has kind of all of our things in there. And then here, this is usually where we have some product in there. Sometimes product will be in one of these bins also. And then the newest addition are these clear acrylic display cases that we use. So now we only have samples that are out for customers to kind of go through, and then we'll have multiple fans. I also have some decorative pieces upstairs in my office and product that I'm still putting together. But in this bag, this is kind of all of our decor items. Things that we're going to use for our checkout station. When we do indoor markets, I have a number of signs that I use. This bag is heavy, baby. Okay, so I do have a few signs that I use, and I made them all. This is another kind of wooden sign that I did. These go on my tripods. So I have this one, and I have another one where our logo and everything is printed on acrylic. And this one is just on like this wooden frame, which this frame is actually really cool. The one time I went to Hobby Lobby, y'all know my grievance with Hobby Lobby. This is the one thing that I think I've ever found at Hobby Lobby. One time. So, all right. So let me pull some of this stuff out, and then we'll walk through it. So we'll start with this one first. Inside of here is like all my decor items. So all of my florals that I use for my booth. All of my florals, table items. Like I also have like another fan. So this year, I think we have like our neck fans. This one is a standing floor fan, and it oscillates. You should have seen that one last year. That one's also on the site. And then we have like a ton of new floral additions. So I'm not sure, I'm still working through the layout for this season. But yeah, so this is a lot of florals. This is a lot of my florals and like decorative pieces. I think I have some small table vases in here. Yeah, just things that we use to decorate the checkout stand, and fillers in between like products displays on our tables. So this one is all of our accessories table. So we certainly have product in here. Like, you know, we'll have greeting cards. We've got our stand bases. You know, the hook for our shopping bags. Some elements for our checkout stand, like our little pricing clipboard. We actually use business cards. We've got clips if I need to hang items. We've got these containers that our highlighters go in. Just a number of things that are in here that are part of our accessories. This is not full. It will have more added to it as the week progresses. More items will be added to this one. All right, so these are my new leg risers. You actually just put your table legs inside of the little tube, and there is a rest in there. We did test these out, so I bought another set. They work pretty well, and actually they cause the table to feel a little more sturdy. And so they raise the table up to counter height. So I really like these. And I also like that the company is a small Black woman owned business. This is our little power bank. I can charge our tablet, my laptop, our phones, our lights if we're doing like night markets. it will charge multiple things the entire day. And usually it will only use a bar. I think there's like 4 bars. Yeah, it'll usually use just a bar. We haven't charged it yet, and it's full. There is a light on this, which gets pretty bright. Again, you have a power outlet, like an AC outlet, so you can plug your laptop in there, and then it has 2 kind of USB, and then a DC input, and then 2 USB-Cs. Very, very handy. I don't think they sell that exact model anymore, but I did add a option to my website. I added kind of a close option. So in here is a lot of our table decor. So if you've watched any of my previous videos on Market Day, you know that I have, I don't like the table linen that goes underneath the table legs. I'm not crazy about that table linen. I don't really think that those table covers have any personality, and I really don't like touching things that have been on the ground too much. It's just me. And those table covers that hook under the table legs, if you are, say you are in the grass and it rained the day before and you're in a muddy spot, those things sink down into the ground, and I just don't want to touch them. So I don't like them. I like linen tablecloth. So I have 6 tablecloths. I have 2 of the farmhouse stripe. This is really like my favorite pattern. I love stripes. Y'all may have heard me say that before, but I love stripes. And then I have just the solid kind of taupey linen. And then these are also my signs that hang in our booth. And I made these also because, again, I try to personalize as much as I can and save money. Because I am notorious for changing things. And these get hung in the back. These are hung in the back of our booth on the back wall. So these signs are in here. Our shopping bags, which I also need to check and make sure that we have restocked in this bag. So I need to add more. And then we also have more accessories that are in here and some crates. And then we also have in here some table, there's some storage items in here for the items that we have in our booth. So like I said, I have 2 of these kind of cotton table coverings. I have 4 of the linen table coverings, which are 2 of the farmhouse striped and then 2 of just the plain linen. And then at the bottom of this, I have 2 kind of a satin mix. And this is almost sheer, but it's got a pretty like decorative stitch to it. I don't know if you can really tell. So I have 2 of those. So 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. I thought I said 9, but we have 8 table coverings. And so that's everything that's in there. And I actually need to take these out so we can wash them all for the season. I think and so my last one is really just table decor or table product holders. Okay. So in this little satchel that I have, a couple things. I have a blanket shawl because if I'm cold, I want to have some cover. And then this is like cleaning stuff that we have. There's hand sanitizer, there's some scissors, there's gloves. There's gloves that I have in there. There's some cleaner that's in there. We have this bag because you always need something. You always need something. You always have to wipe something. If you're carrying something or if you put something together, I have nails, and usually I'm wearing my wedding ring. So I just try to protect my hands. So I'm wearing gloves. I need to, like I said, clean something. We also have like a mallet and a screwdriver and scissors because you just never know if you need to repair something. We have something to write with, something to write on, just kind of whatever little knickknacks you might need in the event of an emergency. These are all of the items that we use to place products. These file holders for books. We also use these plate holders, these bamboo plate holders for journals. I have some gold trays that I use. This is where my stickers currently are. Whoops. I use this acrylic nail polish stand for my stickers. And I know I actually have something else that is hanging for stickers this year, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use that or if I'm going to stay the course. I have this for greeting cards and, bins and this kind of tiered shelf for hanging things. This is actually my tripod. It's, what do you call it? Like telescope style. And it collapses. It's magnetic. So it just kind of, the legs fold into itself. Then it goes in this little carrying case. This is what we put, the sign on when we do indoor markets. I don't use that for outdoor markets because I don't want anything to fall. Then we've got bungee cord in here. That might be it. Yeah, I think that's it for this one. Meticulous is the word that I was thinking earlier when referring to my husband. He's very meticulous about how he packs, and this setup makes sense for him, especially to keep kind of table storage pieces separate from, our accessories table items and then all of our paper products items. Trial and error has kind of led to, this is the best way to keep everything nice and neat. You don't want to have your wooden products next to your paper products because of smudging or wrinkling or tearing or anything like that. And then we try to keep all of our writing tools away from paper also, but also away from like things that they shouldn't be touching, just in case like a pen burst or something like that. I'm sure somebody will see it and be like, well, why do you do it this way? Why do you do it? Now you know. Now you know why we do it that way. So like I said, in this bottom bin here is notebooks, workbooks, and it will get filled. And then we have these acrylic display cases. So this year and last year, I will say, I started putting the for purchase workbooks in those display cases, and it has worked out so great for my anxiety and for my nerves. All right, so this is my handy dandy backpack. And my pockets aren't set up like this has to go in this pocket, this has to go in this pocket. It's how things are. So I do like this bag because it does have like the charging port in here. So you just need to plug up something and then you can plug your device right in here. And it will be charging, you know, on the inside, which I like. I like that there are plenty of pockets in here. And there is kind of the trolley, right? And these are padded straps. And then you kind of have the purse strap up top. Because this is like a travel bag for your luggage, it made perfect sense to use this for markets. Like multiple zippers, you know, here is a larger pocket and then there's kind of the hidden pocket there in the front. So this year we'll have an overhead fan. So when you walk into the booth, you'll be able to feel a little, some sort of circulation. I don't know how cool you're going to be, but it won't feel as, hopefully the air will move around in the booth. But we have our neck fans, which if you don't have these, they're not the cutest thing, but can't do without them. Can't do without them. They feel amazing. All right. So in here I have, this is my tech bag. I'll have my square readers are in here. The remotes for things are in here. I have the cable for our portable battery is in here. I've got USB-Cs. I've got regular USBs. Just tons of spare cords and things are in my tech bag. I've got like sugars for coffee. All right, so in here is like my little toiletry bag. So in here there are, I have wipes in here. I have sprays. Oh, I was looking for this. So this is like my alcohol and peppermint spray for my hands. Love this. I have all of my POS reader imports in here. I don't have it in my tech bag because I know that they're going to be a little bit safer in this bag. More sprays. I have like little toothbrush thingies because sometimes we'll eat lunch while we're working and you know, you just got to quickly do what you got to do. I also have my North Carolina sales information in here just in case. Sometimes at markets they will kind of walk around and they will ask if you have any if you have your seller's license. And sometimes with applications, you may or may not be required to provide a seller's license. And because I don't remember the number by heart, I just keep it with me in my market essentials bag. I also have toilet seat covers. I have my tripod because I put my Osmo on it, and this is what my Osmo is kind of capturing a lot of those overhead. And then I have like some utensils and things like that. We'll also have utensils inside of our lunch cooler that we bring. We've got some extra work gloves. I like these because they're like cut proof and waterproof. We've got some oversized rubber bands because this makes rolling up your our rug really easy to be able to tie it off if you know, if it rains or something and it just wants to flop back open or it's just not being cooperative. These oversized rubber bands stretch really wide and we can kind of put them on the ends, and then it's easier to kind of manage the rug. Bug spray, because y'all know I don't like bugs. So I spray my tablecloths down, I spray my clothes, I spray our chair, and then I also have the raid that we will take. The raid will go in that blue bag. It goes in a bag, and then that bag goes in that blue bag. And so we spray the top of our tent with that. And then I've got like some, hand wipes inside of the bag with the raid. I'll also have some additional like cleaning cloths. We definitely need to still add some things because I will need like some Velcro. Normally we have Velcro straps. I think I took them out for something. So I just need to put them back in that little black bag with, that little black bag that I showed y'all with all of the cleaning stuff, the scissors, the hammer, all that. So it'll go in there. We've got like napkins and stuff in here. In my front pocket, I've got some pins. I've got some more wipes, a couple of face masks, deodorant, lotion, Tide stick. And if you're wondering why they're not in my toiletry bag, because everything can't fit in there. A little tube of like shea butter for your hands, because you're washing your hands constantly. Well, I am constantly like cleaning my hands, and they're always dry. Lip balm, because I may or may not be addicted to lip balm. It's everywhere. It's in every purse. It's in every coat pocket. It's in every bag. It's in the car. I think 2 are in the car. It's in my bedside table. It's in my desk drawer. I have some in the kitchen. I'm not going to be out here with crusty lips. That's just not happening. My mama raised me right. So yeah, that's everything that's in my bag right now. On market day, my battery will go in here. The black battery pack. Wallet will go in here. Our water bottle will go in here. We may just throw some, some last minute items in my bag. So those are all of the things that we have with us when we are going to markets. So let me show y'all. This is our tent. And like I said, it is the ABC canopy. This is also on our site. It's in the case, and I'm not taking it out right now. But then this right here is our little buggy. And then this is our dolly. So all of those, all of the bins that you just saw, all of those items will go on the dolly. And then inside of our buggy, I'll probably put like our forfeit table, my bag, that blue bag, and the smaller container. All of those items will go like in our buggy, because it'll be easier to, make very few trips. So our first trip out of the car, when we first arrive to the location, we will immediately unload the tent. We will take our tent out of the car. We'll take the tent, our buggy, our wagon, if you will. Inside the wagon will go our forfeit table, our 2 chairs, the tent weights, and that blue bag, and my backpack, and our water and my coffee. So I'll have the wagon. My husband will take the tent. We'll take all of that, find our space, immediately set up our tent, put that stuff underneath the tent, attach the tent weights, and then we'll come back to the car and get the dolly, and load up the dolly and any other items that are in the car, lock up the car, head back to the space, and then we'll start setting up our booth. Our process for setting up our booth is usually going to be from the ground up. We'll start with, like I said, getting the tent up. I will probably immediately spray the canopy with some Raid, because we'll always have bugs just kind of congregate at the top. And so now I will spray the top of the canopy before I raise it up completely. We'll set the canopy and then we'll do the tables, the tablecloths. I will always know what my layout is before we get to a market. Like this week, I'm planning my layout now. But there are some times once we arrive at our location, depending on the spot that we're in or how the ground feels or whatever, I may make some last minute changes. So I try to have like two layouts in mind. Like I try to have like, an option A and B. What am I know I'm going to do, and then like what can I do right there on the site, and if I have to make a last minute change. That's usually our process going into market day and then day of. Food and stuff like that. My husband and, one of our friends will probably go get coffee or whatever. If I did not show up with coffee, or I may have coffee for the drive and then coffee when I get there. Don't judge me. Sometimes we will buy food, but more often than not, market day is like a date. So I tend to pack a lunch for us. And so we'll have snacks and things like that throughout the day, so that we don't really have to like leave the booth unless it's, for a restroom break or something like that. But that is pretty much all of the things that we take on our markets, and how we pack and store those items. So if you have any questions about any of the materials that you saw and they're not on our site already, which I don't honestly think there isn't anything that I haven't added. But if you see something that you have a question about and you can't find it on my Market Pro page, let me know and I will see what I can do to get it there. My Market Pro page has affiliate links, and it also will have some of my digital items. Like my checklist is there. I'm also working on a market toolkit, which will provide a little more detail and context around some of the things that I talk about, and then it will link back to videos. That is it for today. My market is coming up this Sunday, and we're kicking it off in Birkdale with Shop Local QC. I have talked about them at length a number of times on this channel, and then we'll follow up with Valentine. And we have a couple of Valentine events in May, one of which is the wine festival, and that is always a fun event. So yeah, that's it for today. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, leave me a comment and let me know that you were here. And make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, because I know that for whatever reason, YouTube unsubscribes people. I get unsubscribed to some of my favorite creators, and I'm like, I did not unsubscribe from you. So make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. And if you watched this entire video and you have not subscribed, what are you doing? You know you like me and you know we should be friends. So stop playing games. Go on and subscribe. Do it right now while I'm watching you. That's what I thought. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Do all of the things. Let me know. If you do markets and you've got a packing strategy, let me know what yours is. Like, what's your plan? How do you do it? How do you navigate the day? I definitely could not navigate the day without my husband. I think if I was doing markets by myself, I probably could do it, but knowing what it's like to do it with someone else that's always looking out for you, and then to do it by yourself, I don't know if I would still want to do it. So I'm happy that I get to do it with him. So I will talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.